Hello, we hope you're enjoying your stay at Toshi's place.
To help you make the most of your time in Kamakura, we've prepared this sightseeing guide.
Today, we'll introduce you to Asana Sunken Road.
Welcome to our deep dive. Especially for you, our listener enjoying Toshi's place, we're exploring a truly fascinating spot nearby. The Asana Sunken Road. I mean, picture this. You're literally walking back in time through history, carved right into rock walls.
It really is something special. It's not just any old path, it's a unique medieval mountain pass created way back in the early 13th century. It was the main link between ancient Kamakura and the port of Mutsura, which is now part of Yokohama City.
Right, it was super important, wasn't it? One of the famous 7 entrances of Kamakura. So crucial for getting goods in and out, but also for defense.
Absolutely, both trade and protection. And the amazing thing is, you can still see the history right there. Like the actual chisel marks from when they built it, ancient Buddhist carvings, even these Yagura tombs cut into the cliffs. It's incredible.
Wow. So it had multiple roles. I heard nicknames like the Salt Road and a pilgrimage route.
Exactly. Soul Road, pilgrimage route, military defense line. It wore many hats.
So get ready for, well, an adventure where you've got serene nature mixed right in with centuries of history. It sounds amazing.
It really is. And the history runs deep. During the Kamakura period, that's roughly late 12th to 14th centuries, this road was absolutely vital. It wasn't just a handy path, it was the lifeline connecting Kamakura's government center to that bustling port at Mutsura. Think of it as the main highway for strategy and economy back then.
Okay, and when you say strategy, that makes me think about who planned this, such a huge project.
Yeah.
Are there stories about the people behind it?
Oh, definitely. And one story is particularly great, I think. It involves Hojo Yasutoki. He was the third regent of the Kamakura shogunate. What's really fascinating, according to this old chronicle, the Azuma Kagami, is that he didn't just order it built. He got personally involved.
Personally involved. How so?
Well, story goes that construction was slow back in 1241. So Yasutoki himself went to the site. And get this, he actually started moving dirt and stones with his own horse to speed things up and motivate everyone.
No way. The leader himself. That's incredible dedication. You don't see that much anymore.
Right. It really shows that hands-on leadership style, a personal investment in this massive infrastructure project, it genuinely shaped things.
That kind of effort. It must have seemed almost superhuman at the time.
Yeah.
Did any legends pop up about, how it was built?
It's funny you mention that because, yes, there's this fantastic legend about a warrior, Asahina Yoshihide. He was one of Minamoto no Yoritomo's men, and the legend claims he carved the entire road in just one night.
One night. Okay. That's definitely legendary strength.
Exactly. And they say his childhood name was Saburo. Well, guess what? There's a waterfall along the route called Saburo Falls.
Ah, so the legend is tied right into the landscape. That's pretty cool.
It is, isn't it? Connects the myth right to the place. Shows you how they thought about heroes back then.
Okay, so beyond the incredible legends, you mentioned it was also called the Salt Road. Why that name? Was it literally about salt?
It absolutely was. That nickname points straight to its core economic purpose. See, areas like Musura and Kamaria nearby, they were big salt producers back then. And this road, it was the main drag for hauling all that essential salt into Kamakura. It literally kept the capital supplied.
So daily life depended on it.
Pretty much. And that history lives on, where still a place named Shioba in Mutsura today, means salt place.
Huh. That's amazing how names preserve history like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so salt is coming in, feeding the city. But it wasn't just an open highway, right? You mentioned defense. How did it work as a fortress?
That's a key point. It wasn't just for moving salt. Asana Road was a highly strategic defensive position, one of those key 7 entrances into Kamakura. And the design reflects that. It's deliberately narrow and it winds quite a bit.
To slow down attackers.
Exactly. Makes it hard for an enemy force to charge through. Creates a natural bottleneck. Plus, they built these flat areas along the sides. They're called hiraba.
Hiraba. What were they for?
For stationing troops, soldiers could stand there ready to defend the pass.
Right, right. You can almost picture it, can't you? So just watching from those platforms as you walk through the narrow parts, the history feels really close.
It does. And you see other traces, too. The ground itself, it's kind of like stairs in places, remnants of the old trail.
And those rock carvings you mentioned? The tombs and Buddhist images?
Yes, the Yagura tombs, these caves carved into the cliffs, maybe for burials or meditation. And the Maga Butsu, Buddhist figures sculpted right onto the rock face. They tell you about the religious life of the people who used this road. And look closely at the walls.
And chisel marks.
Yeah, You can literally see the marks left by the pickaxes and chisels, like fingerprints from centuries ago. It really hits home the amount of human effort involved in carving this thing out by hand.
Wow, that physical evidence is powerful. And I heard there's even a special spring nearby with its own story.
Ah, yes. Near the Kamakura entrance, you'll find Kajiwara Takiaramizu. It's actually one of Kamakura's 5 famous waters. The legend connects it to Kajiwara Kagetoki. He was a big-name samurai, an aide to Yoritomo. Story goes, he washed his sword here after killing an enemy.
So even the water sources have these warrior legends attached.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It ties the place right into the heart of the samurai era. Every little feature seems to have a story.
And speaking of stories and atmosphere, there's a shrine too, tucked away in the woods.
That's right, the Kumano Shrine. It adds a whole spiritual layer to the place. It's nestled in the forest nearby. They say Yoritomo himself brought the deities for it, all the way from Kumano in Wakayama Prefecture.
Really? That's quite a connection.
It is. And later, Hojoyasu Tokihome, again, apparently built the actual shrine buildings. Plus, its location is significant. It's in the northeast direction from Kamakura, the traditional Demon Gate direction. So it was seen as protecting the city from evil, a real place of spiritual importance and quiet refuge.
Okay, so we've got history, legends, defense, spirituality, all packed into this one trail. What does this actually look like for someone visiting today? What's the experience?
Well, it's visually quite striking, and actually one of the maybe unexpected photo opportunities is where the ancient path meets the modern world. The trail actually passes underneath the big, elevated Yokohama-Yokosuka Road highway.
Oh, so you get this real clash of centuries right there. Old path, modern highway overhead.
Exactly. It's a fantastic visual, really shows how history and the present layer up in Kamakura.
That sounds like a must-snap photo. And the general vibe of the trail, what's it like just to walk there?
Oh, the atmosphere is just lovely. It's a special mix of Kamakura's nature and history, but it's often much quieter than other big tourist spots. It's genuinely peaceful. You hear the birds, the rustling leaves. It's very serene.
Sounds perfect for escaping the crowds. When would you say is the best time to go for that peaceful feel?
I'd suggest early morning, maybe, or late afternoon. You really get that quiet atmosphere then.
Yeah, you can really soak it in. It feels like more than just a walk, doesn't it? Almost a chance to connect with the past, reflect a bit.
Absolutely. As you walk, you can think about the people who used this road centuries ago, their lives, their beliefs, what it took to build this place.
It prompts those kinds of thoughts. And being guests at Toshi's place, you have the time to do that, to explore at your own pace, which is nice.
Exactly. No need to rush through it.
Okay, let's switch to practical tips then. We want you, our listener, to have a great time. First up, footwear. What's the terrain like underfoot?
Good question. It varies. The Kamakura side especially is mostly mudstone, and that means it can get really quite slippery when it's wet. You'll see these grooves worn by water too, so you need to watch your step.
So sturdy shoes are a must.
Definitely. Waterproof trekking shoes would be ideal. Good grip is key. And maybe wear long socks, just in case of scratchy plants. Maybe even pack spare socks.
Spare socks, good tip. How about the Yokohama side? Is it different?
It's generally a bit easier to walk on the Yokohama side. Some parts have been reinforced with sandbags, which helps. But, it's still a natural trail. You need to be prepared.
Okay, prepared with shoes.
Yeah.
What about other supplies? Are there places to grab a drink or use a restroom?
Not really, no. Facilities are very limited along the trail itself. Few vending machines, few toilets, so plan ahead.
Meaning bring your own stuff.
Yes, absolutely bring water, at least half a liter, maybe a full liter if it's hot, like in summer. Pack some snacks if you think you'll need them.
Got it. Water is essential. Any other safety things to keep in mind? Wildlife? Trail conditions?
Well, some parts can get a bit overgrown with grass, so just be aware. And yeah, especially in warmer months, you might see hornets, so just keep an eye out, be sensible. Also, timing is important. The trail doesn't have gates or opening hours, so technically it's always accessible, but we strongly, strongly recommend you only walk it during daylight hours.
Yeah.
Once the sun starts to go down, visibility gets poor really quickly. And with the uneven ground, it's just not safe in the dark.
Right. Daylight hiking only. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And since it's a natural area, should people check if it's even open before they go, like after bad weather?
That's a really smart idea, yes.
Yeah.
Heavy rain or typhoons can sometimes cause problems, falling trees, landslides, that kind of thing. It has happened, so just do a quick check online before you set off. The Kamakura or Yokohama City websites usually have the latest updates on trail conditions or closures. Better safe than sorry.
Definitely good advice. Okay, final logistics. Getting there from Toshi's place. What's the easiest way using public transport?
It's pretty straightforward, actually. You can use a mix of train and bus. If you want to start from the Yokohama side, you'd take a bus from Kanazawa Hake Station, get off at the Asahina stop. From there, it's only like a 3 to 5 minute walk to the start of the trail.
Okay, Kanazawa Hake to Asahina bus stop.
Yeah.
And from the Kamakura side,
From Kamakura Station, you can catch a bus going towards Jomyoji Kanazawa Haki and get off at the Juniso Shrine stop. Then it's about a 10-minute walk to the entrance.
Juniso Shrine bus stop. Got it. And how long should people plan for this walk?
Just walking straight through, briskly, maybe 20 minutes. That's not really the point, is it?
Now you want to see things.
Exactly. To really soak it all in, see the carvings, feel the history, maybe pop over to the shrine, we'd say allow maybe an hour and a half.
An hour and a half for the full experience.
Yeah, about that. A round trip, if you walk back the same way, would be roughly an hour of walking time plus exploring. So it fits really nicely into a day of sightseeing.
Perfect. It sounds like Asaina Sunken Road is just packed with history, nature, legend. A real hidden gem.
It truly is.
And as you walk that path, carved by hand centuries ago, maybe think about this. What marks are we leaving today? What will the paths and structures we build tell people centuries from now about us? It's kind of fascinating to ponder as you connect with all that history beneath your feet.
What did you think?
We hope the rest of your stay at Toshi's place will be filled with wonderful memories.